The IFP is not expecting the president to make rhetorics, empty promises, not to repeat what he said last year. We are expecting him at least to be honest. He must take and give full accountability. The government of the day has failed in every angle. In terms of scoring, if you can give them marks, I can give them 20%.
So I would say at any one time, if there's an opportunity to institute NHI, we should. If we are not, we're actually forcing people to endure inequality for much longer. So South Africa must manage within its own conditions, within its own economic situation, to do what is best for South Africans. It's been a wonderful achievement that the country has been able to pass the bill.
So I'm not expecting much, but I'm hoping for a lot. This is the last State of the Nation before an election. It really would be great if the president came out very strongly against crime and said this is what we're going to do, and especially imagine if he said you can have more powers in the province. And of course us in the province, we've got a very fast growing province and they are cutting our budgets left, right and centre. You need to make strong decisions on boosting the economy, and you can't cut education and health. It doesn't make sense in a fast-growing province to take away education and health money. All that you're doing is the poorest of the poor have longer queues in hospitals. The poorest of the poor have more pressure in getting education outcomes.
Well, firstly, I expect the president to go back on things that has called upon us as the police to do, the training of the police, the fixing of laboratories so that the GPV is dealt with. Come to that thing, all those things are done. And we're expecting to get more resources since the police have been cut off, so that we capacitate them and the life goes better. That's what we expect from the president. Well, the shooting and gangsterism in the Western Cape is an old thing. But what people are not saying is that we have really had big takedowns in Western Cape. Your top guys, your Murdoch is in prison. Your Ralph together with the wife in prison. Guy called Barra, if you know him, is in prison. Fire is in prison. Those are top guys when it comes to crime and criminal activities in Western Cape. Well, there could be criticism, but the Hawks have really done a lot of work working together, especially with the SIU and FIC. People must say what the Hawks have done, and I'm quite satisfied. Especially working with all other law enforcement, I think they've done good.
Whilst everybody's showing up in fashions, this is my fashion. I'm wearing my colors to the mosque. We show solidarity and love to the people of Palestine, and we need to ensure that our consciousness gets lifted and we do more. So that's why I'm here. Look, we have high expectations. We want the economy to grow, so we must have decisive, actionable implementation programs. The president must set bigger targets for our ministers. We as MPs, we're going to ensure that there's greater oversight, greater improvements on the budget. It's an election here, there's great expectations, and we need to manage the expectations of our people, but jobs, energy security, and also looking at how we hold South Africans together. We also need to say at one stage South Africans must come together. Stop complaining only. The glass is half full, according to me, and let's see how we can improve. We must keep our government, ANC government, accountable, but at the same time, we're calling on South Africans to let's roll up our sleeves and let's do things together. Let's be better and do better.
To turn that around.
That's why we go for benchmarking, because we are aware that we need to benchmark and learn from other countries. And for the mere fact that we are one of the only 2 countries in the continent who goes for benchmarking, is because we want to improve that and to deal with the issue. We have to deal with languages for learning. African children have to start to learning their language like other people learn, because that's the biggest disadvantage.
The day our people elect the men and women they trust, this country will turn into something wonderful. You must vote. In fact, it's only those who don't understand this. We are explaining to them. Every year, you pay tax. The tax you pay is your money. The tax the government works, the money the government works with is your tax. You must choose, every year you must go to the elections, because you want to choose men and women who will use your money in the interest of the people.